Welcome back to Art Wars Christmas Season 2. If you haven't watched last episode, make sure you do. But a quick recap, we said hello and goodbye to Sophie Wonderland Art, who was the first eliminated this season. And in this episode, we'll have the next mini and main challenge, and the artists are all trying to earn themselves a spot in the finals on Christmas Eve. So here is the next mini challenge. So it is time for a bit of a twist. The artists had two different options for this challenge. They could either draw their dream Christmas present or draw the Christmas paintbrush. Now, if they picked the Christmas paintbrush and got the highest score out of all the Christmas paintbrushes drawn, they would receive it, meaning they are immune from next main challenge, guaranteeing themselves a spot in the finals. If you haven't watched Art Wars Season 3 and 2, you will know of the golden paintbrush, and the Art Wars Christmas paintbrush will do the exact same thing. So, here are the 4 drawings done, and only one person chose not to do the paintbrush, which doesn't shock me because the penalty for losing if they picked the golden paintbrush drawing is a 5 minus points on the main challenge. So the person who didn't pick the paintbrush, who plays safe overall, is Sapple. Now I think that's how you actually say the name. I was saying it like, I can't remember I said it last time, but I'm pretty sure it is Sapple now. So they did this really cool, pretty galaxy drawing, which I love, and they said their dream present would be to go see the Northern Lights. Now, this is an incredible drawing, but it is just a bit basic when you really think about what is needed to pull this off. The judging circle just wanted a bit more from them overall. Now, Rainmellow, Ayana, and Nerdy all picked to do the brush, taking that risk. Now, Raindrop, who is on the left, went for this really classical, I would say, kind of traditional Christmas themes, colours, paintbrush vibes, and I loved it, and it was my personal favourite. Then in the middle we have Nerdy, who went all out, but it just seems a bit dull to the judging circle and myself. I love the touch of that little snow globe in the middle, but overall the drawing just lacked connection. There wasn't it just didn't work as well as I think they tried to execute it. It had a bit too much with the lights, the snow globe, and the candy cane looking paint. Then Ayana, I think, slightly misunderstood the brief. We just told them to draw the paintbrush, but they went all out and drew a character and a paintbrush that's apparently the size of their human body. Now overall this drawing is actually pretty cool, but is it a Christmas paintbrush? Not whatsoever. So I can reveal the winner, receiving immunity from this elimination, having a spot in the final, is Rainmellow. Rainmellow has their first ever Art Wars win and a spot in next week's final, but obviously will still compete in the main challenge to try and get themselves another win. For this main challenge, we're bringing back one of my favourites from Season 3 of Art Wars, the movie poster challenge. Each artist will be given a movie poster and they must illustrate their own version of it. And obviously, it will be Christmas movies. So here are the 4 Christmas movies that were randomly given out to the artists. Ayana had Elf. Rainmellow had Home Alone. Sapple had Arthur Christmas, and last but not least, Nerdy had Nightmare Before Christmas. Here are the 4 incredible drawings done this episode. This is probably one of the strongest episodes in Art Wars history. Each artist has incredible, amazing positives about their drawing, and not all of them have negatives. So I'm just going to go down the line and talk about each one. So first we have Arthur Christmas, done by Sapple. Now this is probably the most like an actual film poster. And at initial thought, the art skill looking at this compared to the others, you might not think is that great. Because obviously there's no human, it doesn't seem very illustrated. But when you have watched the film and you know more about it, you actually will realise how incredible this is, especially the detail they've done. I think it's incredible personally. It is my favourite out of the bunch. It's so simple but so good. So if you haven't watched the film, go do, because it will make a lot more sense. But overall, this is incredible. It would have been nice though, maybe to have drawn the characters instead of going down this route. But this, it did do them well. They did it great, but there definitely was other options they could have taken. Next is Ray Mellow's Home Alone. Now this again is one of my favourites, probably up there for me too. I just love how they've done it. The only thing I don't understand is they have these borders and sections, but it's like certain bits come out of the borders and sections when others don't. Like I get it, but I don't get it. But overall, I love it, except you can't tell that, what's his name? The young kid in Home Alone, what's his name? Kevin. I quite literally just forgot Kevin. Kevin, you can't tell it's him, I don't think. It's not recognisable enough. But if it didn't have Home Alone, overall, you could definitely tell it was that. But if it was just Kevin on its own, I don't think you could. But for me, this is really well executed. Next up is our current frontrunner, Nerdy, who has won the past 2 challenges. But this episode, I think, it felt a bit safe, and the judging circuit agreed. It wasn't enough after they set themselves such a high bar to try and break and smash through. They just kind of, it was a bit of a meh. It's a great drawing, but it just feels a bit basic. There's nothing more to it. When the Home Alone and After Christmas, I get a bit of a wow. Nightmare Before Christmas poster, it's just kind of a nightmare, but like there's nothing more to it. Do you know what I mean? And I can't really, like, their first drawing they did, you could see who they are as an artist, see their bubbly fun side, see their style. This, I don't get that. I think with the Home Alone one, you can see Raindrop's style, you can see it's Raindrop, but you can't with this one. And then last but not least is Ayana. Overall, this is a great drawing. It is just artistic, nitpicky stuff. The snow looks a bit off with these random splodges of white. Now that don't look like Elf either. It does. It looks like Buddy, but it does not look like the actor. But overall, each one of these drawings is incredible. But for the first time in Art Wars history, we have a double win. Now, obviously, Art Wars Christmas rules are normally the winner will pick out the bottom 2 who goes home, or they can pick no one. But as we have 2 winners, this is how it will work. If they pick the same artist, that artist will go home. If they both pick different artists, no one goes home. And if they pick, if one person picks an artist to go home and the other picks nobody, the artist picked to go home will be eliminated. And obviously if they both pick no one goes home. So I can reveal our winners of this episode are Sapple and Rain Mellow. That does sadly mean our bottom 2 are Nerdy and Ayana. Ayana is at the bottom of the pack and Nerdy is the front runner. So this could go either way, sending big competition home or someone that statistically should be eliminated next. But I can now reveal the winning artist came to a conclusive decision. One artist will be leaving the competition. The artist in the most shocking elimination in Art Wars history, and the plain out just shady decision, is Nerdy. Nerdy is the front runner and still technically kind of is. With 2 wins, they've been eliminated. Their track record is win-win eliminated. That's never happened before. I am baffled. I thought they were going to go to the end, but clearly the shade of Art Wars Christmas is coming. Because Art Wars Christmas Season 1, they were all friendly. They all loved each other. This season, not the case. people clearly wanting to win. But that does mean our final 3 who you will see compete for the Art Wars Christmas crown on Christmas Eve are Raymello, Spallo, and Ayana. So make sure you stay tuned for that Christmas Eve, and make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, because Art Wars Christmas 2 is doing extremely well, so please keep it up. Thank you for watching. I've been James Fudge, and this is Art Wars.